So in today's session, I'm going to cover the identifier naming. First of all, we should know what is identifier. When I'm clearing the definition of variable, I told you this variable known as the identifier. Okay, and the value which are reside inside the variable known as the literals. So to naming the variables, there is some rule. Means we cannot make any kind of own rule for renaming or naming the variable. Okay, for example, variable as an example of identifier. Identifier is used to identify the literals used in program. So if I'm talking x equal to 5, so
Exactly.
x is my lit identifier and 5 is my literals. All right. So again, I'm saying we have some rules for creating the variable name, and using these rules, we put the name of variable. Means we do not use the x, y, z because x, y, z is nothing because it don't resemble, don't reflect any meaning. So what you do, just like you're taking or storing the name, you're storing the age, just like we do in the yesterday. So it should be reflected some valid thing. What inside this variable? Oh, inside this variable we have name. Inside this variable we have name. So, what are those rules which conduct the good nomenclature for the variable? So, the first character of the variable must be alphabet on the score. Means we cannot put the first character as a number. We cannot put the first character as number. For example, if I put 3 age equal to 78, so this give me error because we cannot put this one. Okay. So second rule says either you have to start with the alphabet or underscore. So underscore age is permitted. If you do this thing, this is invalid. All right, this is invalid. So a valid thing, if you say underscore age equal to 89, so this is valid and this will not give you any error. So two things is clear from this one. The first character must be alphabet or underscore. So we cannot put the first character as a number or any special character other than the underscore. Okay, so all the characters except the first character may be alphabet of lowercase, uppercase, underscore 0 to 9. Okay, so what you want to do except the first character, you have small a to z, capital A to z, and 0 to 9. Okay, even you put underscore also. Okay, for example, if I put salary, salary of HR department, I mean it's a little bit lengthy variable name, t y 2020. I mean everything is reflected. So I'm here storing the any salary of the employee who belong to HR department for the year of 220. So I put here the small ABCD, capital ABCD, numeric, and the special character, and you can assign any value over here, and you can print them. All right. So second rule says this kind of thing. The third rule says identify name must not similar to any keyword defined in the language. Okay, so first we know what are the keywords. Okay, any definition from your side is Mr. Nagendra Verma? What are the keywords? Nagendra Verma, if you're listening me, please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't know, sir.
This is your first class, dear?
Second class, sir.
Second class. Okay, so you have any programming knowledge before this Python?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so request to what we I taught every day at least do cover this thing. Okay, because you're new, so you have to little bit work hard. Okay, please mute yourself. So I'm catching the second participant. Yes, Harshal. How we define the keywords? Because rule says we cannot use the keywords. So what is definition
The
of keywords?
keywords are the functions.
No, dear. Keywords are not function. Okay, wait. Okay, no problem. Yes, Miss Akhila. Akhila, what's a good definition of keywords?
So I can't say the definition, but I can see the example. Like we have not to use like for, from, import. We have not to use because they are already used as they have the respective functions.
Not this is function. Okay, so no problem. I'm catching some other person. Harika, yes, Miss Harika. What is the proper definition of keyword? If you have any knowledge of programming.
So writing those words which we usually use in the libraries, for any functions or
Mm,
formulas.
not this one. Okay, so I'm
Okay.
packing some. Nisha is there. Good. Nisha, welcome once again in the session. Give me the proper definition of keyword.
So, keywords are the reserved words which Python understands as to run the program.
Perfectly. Not Python. Keyword are those reserved words we cannot use in the any programming language. That that word is work only for that programming language. Okay, but only the C sharp is language in which we can use the keyword by prefixing at the rate. Okay, if you prefix at that, so you can use the keyword as a variable name. Okay, so I first write the definition of keyword. Just add some cell over here. Let me increase the brightness. Yes. Okay, now. So what is keyword? Keywords are those reserved words. Reserve words which cannot be used by user uh, to create variable. Okay, so I just marked down this definition. Okay, for example, if I use import is a keyword, and keep this thing that when you got any keyword over there, so it turn to green. Check this thing, print, int, input, all these things turn to green. So these are keyword. So if you put import equal to 90, let's see what happened. Again, invalid syntax. So this will verify that we cannot use the keywords. Okay, identify name must be not contain any white spaces. Means you cannot put the space. Space is known as the white spaces in programming language. Means just like anyone name has a Ram Prakash. Okay, so there is no space between Ram and Prakash. So if you use the any keyword, any what we say, any variable which they first space name equal to Rajesh, so this will give you error. We cannot put the white space. Okay, so this is not a white space, or in its general language it's a space, but in programming language we have white spaces. All right, because this space play important role to split the column, to split the thing, to identify the thing. Okay, sometimes you fill the form, somewhere registration form you fill, so you feel that the first name and last name, first name, nickname, last name, middle name are entered separately, because sometimes what user do, user put the unnecessary space. That's why space play important role in the password creation. Okay, so it's major thing, and we know this thing in white spaces in programming language. Okay, and these are special character which are not allowed, only the underscore, exclamation, at the rate, hash. Okay, once we talk about the hash, so hash are the comments. Okay, one note I put over here, comment. Okay, COMM. Okay, so one more good definition I need from your side for the comment. It's a general concept. What is comment in programming language? Okay, so who is a smart person who will give me answer? Yes, Preeti Yadav. Kindly unmute yourself and give me a definition of comment. What is comment and how we define the comment in the programming language?
So this is my first lecture.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so kindly go to the previous recording what we have in yesterday. Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
so
Okay, Artuja, please define
Yeah,
the comment.
hi.
Yes.
A comment we used to explain Python or any code, just we want to share that it is used for a dash dash explanation of code.
Mm, not. I mean, your
That
definition.
can be make a code more readable.
Uh, Not perfectly a good definition. Okay, one
Hmm.
more definition I will take. One more definition I will take. Raghuram, yes, please tell me the definition of comments. Raghuram is there? Yes, Sabha. What is comments?
The comments can be used to explain the Python code which we are running in the cells.
Comments are explain the code.
Comments can be used to explain Python codes which we are running in the cells.
Not perfect thing. Not perfect. No, I'm giving you better thing. So by making any program line comment, we told compiler please ignore or do not process the given line. Means if you want that your line should not be read by the compiler, so you make that line is comment. Okay, you can put anything over here, your name, my name, the function of what the function doing the thing. Okay, so how we make a comment? We put the simple hash. Using hash we make comment in Python. The first primary object is to ignore the line, to not read the line, and when compiler encounter the hash verifies, it will do nothing. It will do nothing what you write over here. If I write anything over here like this, run the thing, it's an ignorable thing. But same thing you write without the comment, so it will reflect you the error. All right. So this is comment. I mean, why I talk this, because a special character is defined over here. Identify name. Okay, this done. Identify name are the case sensitive. For example, I mean, this Python is case sensitive language. Means what you let's suppose if you take the name, I put that first N is capital India and second name is small. Okay, so these are two different things. If you access a small one, so small one access, because these are case sensitive. Case means uppercase, lowercase letter. And if you do change this to capital, sorry, if you do change this thing to capital, Shift N, so this will print the data accordingly. All right. Okay. So example of varied identifier. Okay. This one. Example of invalid identifier. Yes. Why they are invalid? Again, yes, Mishital. Why they are invalid?
So because they are like we cannot use one like number before like when we have to run the any
Very good.
syntax.
And second one, what problem we have? In second one, what problem we have?
The percentage sign between two variables. Like
Special character, all right. And
yeah.
third one, what we have?
This there is a space between n and 9, which is the problem.
Perfect. White spaces. Okay. So use the term the white space. Okay.
Okay,
Space
sir.
is general terminology, but programming terminology is a white spaces. All right. Now proceed to next thing. Declaring the variable and assigning the values. Okay. If you want to declare and assigning, so you can do this thing simultaneously. Okay, just like if I declare the count equal to 0, so what is exactly process when the memory is going to allocate? So allocation is done from right hand side to left hand side. Let's suppose this is my LHS where I put the variable name and equal to right hand side. Okay, so keep this thing in your mind that in programming all the allocation is done from right to left, but one allocation do left to right. I will tell you where. Okay, can you even tell me where the allocation is done, values allocation is done left to right in any programming language? I mean, general concept is there. Yes, Harshal, where the allocation is done left to right. This is a way we assign the value 0 to count. So right to left allocation in programming language. Okay, but where the thing is allocate right to left to right, sorry.
Sir, no idea, sir.
Now you have idea. I have to give you just hint. So I'm giving you a hint. Okay. First, let me talk. So yes, Akhila. Akhila, where we have this kind of allocation left to right.
Sir, I'm not having any idea regarding programming.
Yes, Nisha.
Sir, assignment is done from right to left.
No, yes, it's a done right to left, but with one on one place, one concept, we have the allocation left to right. What is that concept?
No idea, sir.
Function parameter.
Okay, yes.
If you pass the value in function, so allocation done left to right. It is not the right to left. Okay, keep this thing in your mind. It's an interview question where the allocation of value is done in left to right. Otherwise, everywhere the allocation right to left. Okay. So in function parameter, I mean, I will teach you second, I mean, in function chapter, how to do allocation, how to return everything. I mean, that's the thing regarding the function chapter. Okay. So, so count is over. And if you want to make the count equal to count plus one. So what it do, it will check the previous value of count, that is 0, and reflect its value increment by 1. So count value is going to be 1. All right. So keep these things. Equal to operator used to, this is known as assignment operator, not equal to operator. Equal to is mathematical terminology, but assignment operator is programming terminology. All right. Multiple assignment, very good concept. Python allow us, if you have the same value and assign to multiple parameter, just like we have a equal to b equal to c equal to 78. So what happened? This value 78 is assigned to all variables. If I print the a, sorry, is this line is not run. So how we see? Sometimes what happened? We forget to run the line. So how we identify the line is not run? Cell ID is allocated. Cell ID allocated. In which manner you are running the line? So after 15, I put this line run. Okay, but now I run this line. So 17. Now run this line 18. So A, B, and C is a multiple assignment you can do in the Python for the variable. All right, in the same sequence, uh, this is equal, and other way assigning the multiple values to multiple variables. We have multiple value and we have multiple variables. So what we do, comma b, comma c, comma d, comma e. We have five values, 4, 6, 5, 3, 4. Five values. Okay, so do this thing. So what values allocate to c? Yes, Miss Harika. What value allocate to c?
C will be 5.
Hi.
Yes, please. Okay, it's a 5. Okay,
So one
other way.
doubt.
Yes, please.
So while using the equal to symbol, sometimes you're using the white space and sometimes you're not. Will that be different?
No, nothing.
Immediately after E
No,
without.
that is a way of presentation. You if you put the
Okay.
immediately after this one. So, I mean, this is one kind of hodgepodge. I mean, hodgepodge means I mean, Hindi word. I mean, you have to separate the thing from others.
Okay,
Okay.
that will not make any difference.
Not make just like you see over here. Nothing.
Yes.
Else is there. Okay.
Okay.
So keep this thing and what kind of good code you write with cleanness. See, here I don't put space over here. If you put a space over here, nothing problem. So better you put a space so that the thing
For presentation purpose.
presentation purpose, because presentation
Okay.
also matter. When you take the dinner, so you put dal, sabji, and chutney in different katoris. Okay, what happens sometimes people mix all the things, so that is not good presentation. So how much good presentation you see? I will teach you the presentation of logic execution in the looping, because loop will execute the logic once. Okay, but sometimes we don't know what happening because loop is done 10 times, but we cannot see what happened in each 10 times. I will show you, and then you see the presentation how it is happening. Okay, so presentation matter lots in the programming language, because in what way the outcome is required, that matters. Okay, so moving to next one, literals. What are the literals? Literals can be defined as a data given to the variable or constant. Okay, so constant is not part of this one, because to make a constant anything, we have no keyword, any const keyword, like just we have different thing, but we have just like if we do some function chapter, so I will show you how to import the packages, and their packages we have some constant variable just like a pi. Okay, so pi one kind of constant variable which do not change their variable values inside the program. If you want to alter that value, so it will give you error. Okay, so littles can be values which we assign to variables, just like if you want to assign any value, first of all, string litters can be of two type, just like name 1 equal to Rajesh and name 2 Manoj. Okay, so in Python I put the comment, Python single quotes and double quotes are same, but in other programming language these single quotes and double quotes reflect a different meaning. What different meaning they reflect in other programming language? Yes, Mr. Mr. Sashi, yes. Yes, Shashi, what these two symbols reflect a different meaning in other programming language?
Mm, It's a string, sir.
Which one? Single quotes,
First
double
quotes,
quotes.
single quotes,
Okay, and then double quotes.
double quotes.
You read somewhere.
I'm confused.
You are just guessing. You are just guessing. No problem. Okay, Spriti Yadav. Any questions from any answer from your side?
No, sir. I think Spring, like we use double quoted to run any which is not a like alphabetically.
You have any knowledge of programming language? Any knowledge previous programming language
Actually, I have used our program, our language.
before this schooling
Yeah.
programming? C, C++, Java, anything?
No, sir. Only our.
Oh, wow. Okay. So no problem. Okay, Sishti. SRI, ST, yes, Sishti.
Yeah. Hello. Yes, sir.
Yes, please explain these difference.
Single quote in other programming language, single quote is used for character, and
Very good. Very
uh,
good.
double quotes are used for string. There
String.
can be more than more
It's a collection
alphabets.
of
There
character.
could be.
It's a
Yeah.
collection
Yes.
of character. Okay. So very right answer. The say other programming language, the single quotes stand for the characters. Okay. Just like C, A, B means individual independent values known as character. You can put numeric value in a characters. Okay, but the type is different. If you put any numeric value as a string or characters, means not integer, so you cannot perform any arithmetic operation. Okay, so keep, but here is the same. How we say it's the same, because the type function, because in Python we here don't have data type. Okay, so type function reflect the same data type of name one and name 2. Type function is very important in entire machine learning, deep learning, data science, because we focus on data with its type. So see, both reflect the str. Okay, now the type of a string, we can use a different type of a string. First of all, we can use a data of single line. Let's suppose I'm creating a variable which have only a single line, I mean not two line, three line. So that is single line letters. For example, we have text equal to uh, big hello, this much hello. Okay, so what happen if you have this kind of big hello? So if I print this one, so this is printing in two line, but it doesn't mean it have two line, it is in one line. Okay, so how we identify the data is a two line? Okay, let's see, we create a multiple string. Okay, so what I do, I create this text2, keep your eye over here. Okay, so what I do, class. Okay, oops, what a problem. Actually this thing is used with the triple quotes because it says the multiple line concept. I have to tell you this thing over here, no problem. So if you string is triple quote, I mean multiple line. So first of all, you have to use a triple quote. Okay. So when you run this thing, so what happened? You get a text to what you get inside text to. See this thing. Nothing line is changes, but if you use the print function to put the text to, so you see the changes. Okay, one thing is different line. See, we have two slash n. Why? Because first slash n I put and second slash n this program put, because we change the line. Better if you do this kind of thing. Okay, so if you want to put the multiple line data, so you can use a triple quotes as well as a slash n. Okay, because print function identify the slash n and do change the line, but without print function you just see only the slash n value. Okay, so triple quotes is basically used for what we say multiple line string. In Python, honestly speaking, you never use the multiple line string because you don't have so much kind of data. But if we create any file, I mean in file handling, so we have the multi-line data. Okay, so file handling nothing but to store data in a particular text file. Okay, so that we can perform read and write operation, nothing else. Okay, so moving to next thing, this is a little bit topic, operators. Very good thing, very good program over here, because using literals and Python variable we have small number of program, but using operator we have a good number of program. Okay, let's do this thing. So what are the operators, how we define the operators, and please do not read my definition. Okay, so yes, Mr. Nagendra Verma, how we define the operators in general programming language. नागेंद्र वर्मा, आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
Hello.
Yes, please. Nagendra Verma, can you listen me? Okay, Mallikarjun, Kante Mallikarjun. Yes, please. What your response? Yes, Mallikarjun ji. Mallikarjun ji, you can unmute and tell me the answer. How we define the operators? The general definition. So we have Biju Thomas, sir. Yes, Biju Thomas ji. How we define the operators?
Hi. Sorry, can you repeat again?
How we define the operators in a normal, I mean, what generalized definition of operators?
Operator
Hello,
is.
sir.
Please wait.
Kante.
Please, Kante, please wait. Okay. It's a time to Mr. Biju. Yes, Biju Thomas, please continue.
Yeah, operator is to make any kind of calculation. Can use it. A multiplication.
You are telling me use of operator. But
Yeah.
how we give? I mean, I need some proper definition.
Okay.
You give me the use. We can use the calculation. But what exactly operator is? Example is plus minus multiplication division. That is example. Use what? Tell me what? How we define this thing? Yes, Mr. Kante. Now you can unmute and tell me.
Hi, sir. How many types of data types?
In Python.
What are
In
the?
Python.
Yes, sir.
In Python, there is no data type. Because data type is we can say the type of
So just like in the string. So what's remaining?
I mean, we can use integer float.
We can use integer float.
Voice is echoing. My voice is echoing.
My voice is equal. How?
Please put the headset.
Okay, sir. I will mute myself and I will raise the question.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
in Python,
Actually, my question is how many types of data types? Okay, if you are just explained about that integer and string type. Okay, remaining how many types of data types like list, list, so many types is there? Na? Total how many types?
Six.
Please at least list out. We will come to know.
six type of there: integer, float, string,
Float, string,
tuple, dictionary.
tuple, dictionary.
These are six type of data type.
These
But
are
we
six
cannot,
type of
but
data
we cannot
type.
put the explicit
But
data
we
type in
cannot,
Python.
but we cannot put the explicit data type in Python.
We use a type function to display this one.
We use a type function to display this one.
Okay.
Okay.
So how many is there, sir? Like
Six,
list
sir.
is there?
Six, sir.
List six.
Six.
Okay, okay.
Six.
I tell you
Okay,
six.
okay.
I tell you six.
Okay, okay, right. Thank you. And sir, one more question.
Yeah.
So it is it is operation. Any operating system we can run this one, na?
Definitely. I'm running
The
on
Python
Ubuntu.
program.
I'm running on Ubuntu.
Yeah, my question is, so in Java we are having a JVM. In C language we are having going to execute the exe file. Like any compiler will create like that any file temporarily.
No, actually,
This is
separate
separate language.
So you
So
need
you
not to
need not
compile
to
and whole program.
compile and
Run by line by line.
run by line by
This thing
line.
line by line. It is compiler free.
Okay, you can
So it is
run this thing
what
line
we
by
can say,
line. This
it's an
compile
interpret
free.
language.
So it is what we can say. It's an interpret language.
It's not required anything else like a JVM.
You do not require to compile the program.
You do not require to compile the program. You just put the line and run the.
Okay, if it is a lengthy program also.
Definitely. You can
Definitely.
put this thing,
You can put
one
this
cell,
thing.
you can put 1,000
One
lines,
cell.
one cell and
You can put 1,000 lines in one cell and one.
actually my
Okay,
voice is
thank you.
listening by
Actually, my voice is listening by
I'm confusing what I am speaking.
I'm confusing what I am speaking.
Yeah, me also the same thing is happening. Maybe it's due to
Very
net
much
or
Very
something
much
else.
from your side.
from your side.
Yeah.
Okay, so no problem.
Okay, so no problem.
Any definition from operator from your side?
Operator framework state.
Sir, better check the audio setting
No,
of
my is perfect. My is perfect in that.
no, that person. Yeah.
Yeah, repeating to. Okay, Harshal, can you tell me the definition of operators?
Operators we can use it in the calculation and assign.
Same thing you did by the Mr. Bizu. Okay, I'm telling. Anisha, what definition you have and of operator to explain the thing?
Sir, operators are usually simple symbols that help to understand the Python what operation it has to perform.
What we say, I mean, you use a symbol keyword. Okay, so operators are the special symbols which is used to apply the operand to produce the result, which is used to apply on operand. I use the word operand. What are the operand? If we have 4 plus 3, so it's a special symbol, special characters which is used to apply on operand and produce the result. Okay, it's a simple definition. So you must say that that is a symbol. Okay, when you put this kind of thing, so you got this valid definition. Why we use to perform any calculation? What are the example? Plus, minus, negative, these kind of thing is example. Okay, so first one is arithmetic operator, arithmetic, comparison, assignment, logical, membership, these kind of operator. Let's do one by one. First one is arithmetic. So we have plus means addition of two variable, negative means subtraction of two variable.
So one question, can we get all these nodes?
Yeah, I am posting all these notes. You got the LMS. I mean, yesterday I post this. If you go to LMS, what I taught you, because Python you got the ready-made notes with the code on LMS. I hope this thing is uploaded.
Okay, sir.
Yes, this thing is uploaded on yesterday. You can open this thing. You can got everything over here. What I give you. Okay. Second thing, what I give you. And third thing, after this, what I give you. All right, you can download this thing over here. You got the LMS login?
No, sir, not yet.
So contact to your counselor. They can provide you this kind of thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we can divide this thing first for arithmetic operator. In arithmetic operator, we have plus, minus, multiplication, division, reminder. Reminder means that thing is remaining. Then floor division or integer division, and exponent means power operator. So these two things are introduced Python is very new, because why the use the flow division very helpful to getting the integer value. Let's explain this thing one by one. Okay, so I take two variable var1 and var2. 6 var2 equal to 7. Okay, so what I do over here, perform. I hope I not required to explain plus minus thing. I just perform the thing over here. You got the result of plus minus multiplication division. Yes, modulus. Okay, so if I put var1 modulus var2, yes, what result we get if we divide 6 by 7? Okay, first see the division, because the modulus is concerned directly with the division. So this kind of thing means you got the integer part, this one, and remaining is fraction part. Okay, so if you change this thing to modulus, so what thing I get from here is and y. So if I dividing 7 by 6, it's kind of say, so it is not even go one time, so it's 0 time, 0 over here. So is it possible to get the 6 as a what we say, the mm, a modulus, okay, or remainder? Okay, so this is very important concept. If you do this thing 10 modulus 3, you got the 1. If you do 3 modulus 10, yes, what we have, yes, Miss Harka, what we have?
Mm, 3.
Yes, please, what we have?
Not sure, sir.
Oh,
3.
3.
who give me the good answer? Srishti. Okay, so why we have, okay, why we have this kind of 3 answer? See this thing, we are just dividing the thing and checking the remainder. Okay, this is not go even for one time, so this is go 0 times. So put 0, and that is your remainder. The thing is printed over here. All right, so first thing this one. Second thing is floor division. This is very important, because we don't have any kind of data type. So what we have, if we have 10 divided by 3, so you got this kind of fractional value with integer value. So two things are possible if you want to capture this part, integer part. So two things are possible: either use the int function and put the 10 upon 3, so that is reflected 3, or you, what you do, you just take 10 up double slash, means floor division 3. So why say it's a floor division? Because for any given value, two values possible. For a given value, just like 3.33, two values are possible: floor and seal. This is floor value, means lower limit, that is 3, and seal value, that is upper limit, means when we complete the next integer to this one, it becomes the 4. Okay, so this is where you can see turning the thing into integer. Only you are capturing the integer part and removing the fraction part. Okay, next one is exponent, means if you want to calculate the power, so you can put base, operator, and power. Okay, so what we do, if I want to calculate the power of 3 raised to the power 3, what is that? That is 9, not 27, it's a cube. Okay, and if you do the 3 raised to the power 2, that is 9. All right, so based on this one, I have programmed for you. How many of you working with me? Raise your hand, please. 1 2 3, only 3 members. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we have write a program to add the digits of 3-digit number. Means any number is given to me that contain the 3 digits. Okay, for example, a number which I accept from user, that is 3 digit, that is a 651, and I have to put the sum, that is plus 5 plus 1. Okay, that is 6 to 5, 11 plus 1, 12. Only using the operator, no loop required, nothing is required. Okay, so how I would do this thing with the, we can use this thing with the help of operator only. Okay, so what I do, I just take the num equal to int of input, enter the number, enter the number. Okay, we cast this number, we change the data type to integer, and what I do, if any 3-digit number, see, we have 651. Why I say it's a 3-digit number? Because I
Voice
still
not coming very slow.
voice low, but it's full from my side. Okay, so why I say this kind of 3-digit number, because still I don't issue loop, so that's why I'm saying use the 3-digit number. Okay, so what I do for 3-digit number, I will use 3 variable. Okay, so it's a 651. I will store 1 in A, I will store 5 in B, I will store 6 in C for a 3 variable system. Okay, so can anyone tell me how we extract this 1, 5, 6 from the num? How to store, how to restore these 3 value in A, B and C? Yes, so A, B and C means unit, decimal and hundred. I need unit place value, then decimal, then hundred place value. Okay, so what thing I follow? Yes, this is some type of logic creation. Okay, yes, Rituparna, Mr. Rituparna Desh, what's a good name? Deshpande. Yeah, how we do this thing? I do have program for you, and the thing is main logic creation, which is from your end. Yes, Mr. Rituparna, how we do this thing? How to extract the unit place value from this given thing? I fix 651 over here. Later on we see on runtime. Yes, dear.
No idea, sir.
Any idea from your side?
No idea, sir.
Yes, Harika ji. Any idea from your side? Then Sabha. Any idea from your side?
So we can use modulus here
What
for
I
extracting.
what I write over here?
A is equal to num modulus 10. We get 1.
So that is a perfect logic. If you want to extract the last digit from any natural number, so you divide the thing from the 10. For example, you can cross check 651 modulus 10. You got the one. Perfect thing. Yes. Second thing, what we do?
Then we can use modulus and floor divisor.
What I write?
Num then modulus 100 whole in bracket floor division by 10.
Wow.
No,
Let's
no,
see.
no, but not by 10. But हमें 5 चाहिए. Okay.
हाँ हाँ, तो सही तो है. मुझे सही लग रहा है कि जब मैं इसे 100 से मॉडुलस लूंगा तो 51 आएगा. 100 से मॉडुलस लेंगे तो 51 आएगा. We got 51.
Yes, sir.
6 do 1 by 1. 651 51 आया. फिर आपने इसको होल को बंद किया ब्रैकेट में. You close this one and you then divide by floor division by 10. So you got 5. Perfect thing is there. Okay. Now the next one. Now the next one. How we do that?
Directly do the num and floor division and 100.
Okay, so if you use any number over here now, but it's a valid for 3 digit, because still I don't teach you loop, because if we increase the digit, so it raises the error. Okay, because it not reflect you perfect answer. So any three-digit number reflect you the correct thing. All right, this is small logic creation. How we use the operator in logic creation. Okay, the same sequence we have comparison operator. What comparison operator do? It one thing is clear. It is return the true and false value. Okay, so what will happen with the true false value? When you have any value equal, first operator is equal to means what it do, it return true if two values are exactly equal, means we want to compare, we can say it's a comparison operator. So if you want to see that this both value left hand side and right hand side equal, so this return you true. Okay, so what we do, let's suppose we take the where, not where, I mean we say 4 equal to 5, let's say false. If we say 4 equal to 4, so it will give you the true, means the both sides are equal, so that's why it is done me true. Second, not equal, it give you true when the thing is not equal, give you true, the thing is not equal. So if I apply not equal operator over here, so this give me true because 4 is not equal to 5. What happened if you apply the not equal to over here, so it give me the false. Okay, then we have less than and greater than, then we have less than or equal to. So less than greater than means less than, let's suppose what we do, 4 is less than 9, perfect, true. Is 9 is less than, 9 is less than 9, yes Nishai, 9 is less than 9.
No, sir.
So what is reflect, true or false?
False.
All right, perfect. Okay, similarly we have greater than equal to. So greater than equal to, okay, it contains two operator, either greater or equal to. Let's suppose 5 greater than equal to, because 5 is not greater than but it's equal to 5, so it will return a true. Okay, any greater value greater than 5 will reflect you true. 8 true, but any value less than this thing, any value less than this thing, I mean I'm not changing this one, 9, so this give me false. Oh, true. Let's suppose put 3, false. So based on the value we can compare the thing and getting the thing with a true and false. So can anyone tell me what is the advantage of this output in the form of true and false? What is the advantage of getting this thing true and false? I mean, some of you know the Python. So, what is the advantage we getting the data in true and false like that? Yes, Devashish.
We can make a condition that if true
Yes,
is
yes. When we
if
have to,
true, else false.
when we have the condition control system, that condition control system is always work on true false condition. Let's suppose your if a statement evaluating the thing is true and false system, until the thing convert to true, so it will execute the if statement, otherwise it will not explain. Okay, the same sequence we have two more operator, logical operator. Okay, logical operator says three kind of thing. One is and, one is or, and one is not. We use scripting over here. Okay, so what our and operator says, if both expression are true, so condition will be true. Okay, so for example, if I says see these two condition. First condition, 4 is greater than 2, perfect, and 5 is less than 9, perfect. So both condition are true, it will reflect true. So here a equals to true, B equal to true, it means A and B equal to true. So this will give you a true one. But what if we convert one sign over here? So Miss Harika, what expected output? I convert one sign over here.
False,
Why?
because 5 is not greater than 9.
Yeah.
One
So
of the condition is
yes.
not met.
So first condition is true, but other is false.
Yes.
So this reflect false. Okay. One thing is truth table. If you heard about that, AND operator shows a truth table. Means A, B. Take the screenshot of this one and the output. Uh, T, T, true, 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 false, 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 true, false, and then false, false, false. Alright, this is truth table. Means only one condition when A and B is true. In that case, it will reflect you true. Otherwise, in next three condition, it will reflect you false. Okay. The same sequence we have OR operator. If one expression is true, the condition become true. So OR means either this one, or this one. Okay. So if we apply the OR operator, so what happened? It reflect me true because this is true. That's why it is returning true. Okay. So if we convert this sign also, yes, Miss Harika. So what it return?
Both are wrong, false.
Both are false. So answer will be false.
Yes.
Okay. So next is not. What not to if you want to revert the entire output. If you want to revert the entire output, I just copy this one, put not in bracket this thing. So what you get from here that is false, it will return you, I mean revert you or convert and false turn to the true. All right. In the same sequence, these are things helpful in decision making and looping. Okay. So using operators, using arithmetic operator, comparison operator, using logical operator, we can create many good logic. Okay. Now membership operator. So it shows the membership, means the thing is present inside a collection or not. Okay. So Python membership operator are used to check the membership of value inside a Python data structure. Which data structure? List tuple dictionaries. Okay. Or we can say any collection, because data structure contain the collection. If the value is present in a data structure, then its resulting value is true, otherwise it return the false. Okay. So we have two operator, one is in, another is not in. All right. So if we have a list, see, what is list? List is a collection of different data types, heterogeneous. Okay. This is start by the square bracket. We can update the item, delete the item, and many more functionality. But here I'm just saying I'm creating a list of different item. Okay. So if I want to search in operator, means without in operator, what you do? You just run the for loop, check the individual value. So I just 4 or 5 in list one. So this will give me true or false without using any loop. So this says that 5 is a member of this list one, but something it is not member of list one. 100 in list one, not. So it is not. It will give you false. Opposite to in, we have not in. Okay. So if something is not as a membership of this one, so this will give you true. Means you can also check which is not available in a collection. All right. So in operator says yes, the thing is presented, and not in operator says the thing is not presented. Okay. Let's suppose I just copy this one, Control V, and check the where we're gonna store the result over here. This kind of thing. So you can evaluate the result and store in variable, and that variable can be tested in further processing. This variable can be tested in a decision control like that. Okay. So this is thing all about operator. I just take 2 minute break. Okay. When I return, I will teach you the if else statement. Okay, and we have some program, and I will, based on this one, I will use a program. You have to submit this program on my email ID. Okay, so give me 2 minute break, then I'm returning in 2 minutes. So let Welcome back in this session, second session. There is a lots of summer in my city. So what about your city?
Sir, in which city you are?
It's a Bareilly. Okay, so lots of summer.
So in Pune, there is very good weather.
So all these things, I mean, very hot summer. 40 degree now. It's a 40 degree now. Otherwise, it's a rain on Saturday. Good.
Yes, sir, it's very hot in UP.
Okay. Actually, I have two kids. They are which I very much travel. And, I mean, horrible summer for them. Okay, so let's start the session now. If else statement, very interesting thing. Okay, I will make you this thing very interesting for you. Okay, so thing we can say it's a decision control statement. Okay, normal words we say it's a if else statement, not here, everywhere. So either we use the if or we use the else. It's depend upon the number of what we say condition, how much condition is. So we can use the nested if, we use the block inside a if else statement, and many kind of if statement is used. So what if a statement is? So if a statement is used to test a particular condition. If the condition is true, it execute the block of code as if block. Condition is of a if statement can be valid logical expression. So what you are doing inside if statement, you have to put some valid logic expression. For example, I delete some old one. For example, see the thing. Good. Okay, so what I do, I put x equal to 5. Okay, and if I want to check x is greater than 5, sorry, I check x is greater than 3. Okay, one more thing. In Python there is a no curly braces. Okay, we have to put everything, we have to make everything block with the help of colon. Okay, so except this programming, many programming have the curly braces. Okay, so when you put enter after this, so automatically cursor will blink inside this block, because if is a block, you can put one line, two line, and it's my line you want to put inside if statement. Okay, so I print x is greater than 5. Okay, sorry, greater than 3. Okay, so value is 5, that's why it's x is greater than 3. If I change the value is 1, so it will not print. See this mismanagement, because we have one condition, we put the checking the one condition. Okay, and two condition, either you put the two if statement or you can maintain the block. Okay, okay, let's do one more program. What I'm trying to say, yes, copy this one. I check the number is divisible from 7. Okay, so what I do, how we check this thing, the number is divisible from 7. Yes, my new participant is Devashish Pani. How I check that number is divisible from 7?
Sir, we use modulus operator.
What I write over here, if I take num from user, so what condition I write over here? What condition I write over here?
X modulus.
No, it's a num. Num
7.
modulus what? Num modulus what?
7.
7. Okay, perfect. Keep unmute. Okay, so if take
Sir, my question is that, sir, in the very first class yesterday, you have told that there is no use of any comma or semicolon, but you have want to add that in the previous example there must be semicolon in the if pack.
Where? Tell the chapter name. Tell the chapter name.
Python जो आपने semicolon दिया है ना?
Literals में कहाँ पे? कहाँ बता रहे हैं आप? सेमीकोलन कहीं
नहीं,
लगाया
कल
मैंने
आपने
अभी।
बोला ना पाइथन इज अ सिंपल लैंग्वेज, यार
हाँ
कोई
से
भी कॉमा और
हाँ
ये
कॉमा
यूज।
सेमीकोलन नहीं होता है, कॉमा दो वैल्यू को सेपरेट करने के लिए, सेमीकोलन का कॉन्सेप्ट फिनिश कर दिया गया है। देयर इज नो सेमीकोलन कॉन्सेप्ट टू टर्मिनेटिंग द लाइन। तो मैंने कहाँ लगाया सेमीकोलन?
इस पार्ट में लगाया ना आप,
कहाँ लगाया, कहाँ?
इन द प्रीवियस एग्जांपल।
प्रीवियस एग्जांपल वेयर?
Sir,
This
here
one?
is that.
This is not semicolon. This is colon. Semicolon is this. Mind the difference. This is
Okay, sir.
colon.
So what? Oh, no, why colon is used?
Because I told you just now. I told you just now, just 2 minutes ago. In Python, there is no curly braces to maintain a block. Just like another programming language, you have this kind of curly braces. In Python, we don't have this kind of curly braces because this curly braces is a part of dictionary data structure. That's why you have to maintain a block. Block means some line of code you want to put inside a if statement, so you have to put the colon, not semicolon. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so enter the number. Okay, I put over here and then check the number is divisible from this one. Not 56 is not divisible by 7. We have to write the proper message. Not divisible by 7. Again, then 49. Okay, 56. What happened with that? Must 10.
Sir,
Something is
it is
remaining. Something
necessary to put
remaining.
is equal to 0
Something remaining with this
if
logic.
statement.
Yes, please. Please repeat your question. Please repeat your question.
No, sir, you already did it. I'm actually telling that it is necessary to put is equal to 0 in order
Yeah,
to check the
definitely.
condition.
Definitely. Now condition is complete. Valid condition. Actually, I just told the semicolon and colon, so I just divert in that issues. Okay, because the participant asked me put this logic and turn me on this question. Now you can see this thing. 49 is divisible from this one. 56 is also divisible from this one. Like this one. Okay, extend this logic. Okay, so
Isn't that num divided by 7 double equal to 0?
please repeat. Is that num? Please repeat.
No, sir, correct.
And what you say, at least you should tell me. See, all of you are the teachers, so what in your
Yeah, I
mind?
got it. The print statement is wrong.
Okay, so now who was the participant? I forgot the name. Is it Devashish Pani? Who was the participant? Who tell me this logic? No problem. Akhila, please unmute yourself. Now it's your turn. I want to check the number is divided from 7 and 3 both. What we do? Akhila? Yeah. Akhila, please tell me. Please tell me how we check the number is divisible from 3 and 7 both. Akhila is not audible. Is
Sir, we'll use AND operator.
how what I write over here? How we write the thing? Tell me the complete expression.
If num modulus 7
Equal to 0. Perfect.
0 and
Then and
num modulus 3
num modulus 3 again equal to 0.
equal
Okay.
to 0.
Okay. Same thing over here, and I print statement over here. Okay. The number is divided from 7. Number is divisible by 7 and 3. Okay. 7 and 3. Okay, perfect. So I put a number that is
21.
Very good. Wow. 21. Okay, so you got over here both the conditions true, and you can see this thing over here. Okay, now what I do, just I get this logic. Okay, so the thing first time I check 7, second time I check 3. Okay, and then I put print statement inside that. Okay, so what happened if we have 21, then it will execute. If we have 49, yes, Mishnisha, what is expected output from your side? Nisha is there or left the meeting? I think she left the meeting. No problem. Sabah, please tell me what expected output.
It will not reflect any answer because print is in the loop of if.
Definitely. Print in the loop of if, which is divisible from 3. Okay. So now it's a requirement of 2 condition. Now I have to put a condition for 2, because if you run this thing, nothing is because it will work those number which is divided from 3 and 7. Okay. One more thing. This is nested if condition. We can say it's a nested. Inside one if we have second one. Nested. Now we can say that if I put this one and this one. Okay. Number is divisible by 7. I put 2 if independent to each other. Now I put, what happened? Somewhere lacking. Input.
We have to use as if, no, sir.
Please wait. What I am trying to teach you. See this thing. Okay. What I'm trying to say. What it's happened with this? Say hang. I think kernel got hang. Yes, kernel got hang. All right. Okay. So run this cell. If I put 14 answer over here, yes. Yeah, okay, let's what answer we get over here?
The number is printed by 7.
Perfect. Okay. So if we have 21, so what answer we have? Be careful.
7.
Who tell me 7? Akhila?
Sir, the number is printed by 7, sir.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Biju Thomas. What is expected output? Mr. Biju Thomas is there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. So what output we get if we put the 21 as an input?
I think 0, is it? 21.
What?
7.
Okay. Harshal, what we get answer from this one?
7.
Good. Harika?
Here actually both the conditions are met, no sir.
So what output we get over here?
If like the first condition, as it is a nested if, I think only we go for the first if. So
This is not nested if. This is not nested. Nested is just
nested.
this one.
Okay, yes.
These are 2 independent conditions. So that's the thing I want to show you. Okay. Why not to use the else if condition? The one participant tell me, because in else if only one condition executed, multiple condition bound to execute only one condition, whichever first is executed. But now these are 2 independent condition. 2 independent if are, you can see over here, and these are not inside one another.
So both will come.
So both will come. Again, my kernel is going to hang today. It's going to hang. Please wait, it's loading. Yes. So if I put 21, nothing happened. Something creating problem. If num is
So you have to re-execute the lines.
Oh, the same thing I saying because nothing is giving the number.
You have not executed the line, sir. It was
No, dear, I executed the line. 21. Run.
now it is executed.
No, it's not executing. It's go
Sir,
under some
No, sir, it's not executing. I think your kernel is having some.
not working. Yes. So please 1 minute. I just close this one. Okay. Because this is important concept. What is the difference between nesting and independent condition? So I just close this one. Leave. Okay. No. Python operators if else. So I hope I have my data. Data is not lost. Yes, I have my data. Yes. So the first condition is 2 divisible by 7. Second condition is 2 divisible by 3. No. Same thing. Now you can see what is the difference between a nesting. The first condition true, then the execution based on this one. But here it's independent. Now if we make this thing else if. Okay, I mean else if is next topic. If else means two condition. If else basically used for the two condition. And if else if elif, what we say, it's elif used for the multiple condition. Okay, so I delete this one and now I explain over here elif. Now who told me what is the output if I say it's a 21? Yes, Akhila, you told me to, you suggest me to do this thing. And
yes.
then we see the difference. These three things: nested, independent, and block. These are the block. Yes, what output? Both output, 3 output, 7 output.
7 is the output, sir.
Perfect, or are you just guessing the thing?
No, sir. Since in LF, I know the condition. If one is like executed, the other one it is not executed.
I put over a 9 now.
Then 3 is the output.
3 is output now 21, so you can say 7.
Yes.
Why? Because it's a block. It's a block right now. So in block, at least one condition will execute, which is satisfy very first. Okay, that's why it says 7. It is satisfying this condition and exit the control from here. That's why. What happened over here? In independent if it get checked by the first condition, because both if are independent, so it execute this one, then come to this one, it execute this one like that. Okay, so if statement is used for the one condition, if else statement is used for the two condition. The thing is right, so if will be executed. If thing is not right, so else will be executed. Okay, so make some program, mind-blowing program, so that something you got over there. This one. First I show the if else use, simple use. Any program is there? Yes, any program, any one program is there. So I will make my program letter. First see, simple program is there. It will ask the age of person. If the age of person, it says you are eligible for vote. Else, so condition become false, it will come under the else. So I put the age is 10, so it will comes under over here. Okay, so if else other in the block, again it's a block, only one condition will be executed. Now I'm making the block system in this program. Okay, so what do
Sir, my question is,
yes
first print there is you are eligible to vote and there is exclamation mark.
No, I'm not getting a question, please repeat.
Sir, print के बाद आपका exclamation mark है, you are eligible to vote and the exclamation mark is there.
ये वाला marks, ये वाला.
Yes, sir.
This is under the string, so this is ignorable. All right, exclamation mark ignorable because you can put anything inside a string. Okay, this is just decoration of a string, nothing else. Any confusion?
But
for
in the else part it is printed as sorry, you have to wait.
Yeah. So
Here is
actually,
the exclamation mark is there.
so that is a decoration of your string. You can put the hash over here. You can put the add rate. So exclamation marks doing nothing, just decoration of code. Because anything you include inside double quotes, it is printed. Okay. So any issue with the exclamation marks?
No issue, but the first interior is there is no exclamation mark, but the second one in the output part.
Still, I'm not getting you. What you trying to ask? I mean, you
That in the
asking.
output statement, hash
Yes, yes.
statement, enter your age, there is no exclamation mark. But in the second statement, there is exclamation mark.
So that is a decoration. We have put the question mark over here. What is your age? That is a text decoration. You can remove, so nothing will happen. If you remove this one exclamation marks, nothing happen. Because you can print anything inside text. You can print 56. Okay, but independent exclamation marks work as a not. Okay, keep this thing. I mean, not equal to. So in that case, it is a meaning is different. But anything you include inside is double quotes, so that becomes the part of a string. Okay, so please do not confuse over here. This is a special character. You can want to put the at the rate
Sir,
anytime.
semicolon is mandatory to keep.
No, 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 no. Okay, this is
You have
pre-written
already
code.
put it semicolon.
Yeah, this is pre-written code. This is executed in Python 2.x version. Now we are working in Python 3.x version. See over here. So in Python 3.x, these things is eliminated. Semicolon is eliminated. So you will write, no error will be there. All right. Okay. So please don't confuse. Because Python is updating day by day. So they see any programming language is updating their features. So they must support the previous version. In the previous version, PyPrint have no this parenthesis, but this version have parenthesis. Okay, so no issue for that one. You can put the exclamation mark, program will learn. Okay, but we are working on 3 points, so please don't put the exclamation, I mean semicolon. So these are the semicolon terminating the line. All right. Okay, so what I'm teaching you.
Sir,
see,
one doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you please explain the double quotation or single quotation?
See, in Python 3.x, x means Python 3.1, 2, 3, 5, 7 version, strings in the form of single quotes and double quotes are the same. Somewhere I give you this thing as a part of
Okay,
literals.
got it, sir. Got it, sir.
Literals, because I explain this thing with the help of type function where I print the data type. So it returning the same data type of a string. Okay. Now, very good program. Okay. So I just demonstrated you if else any one block will be executed, which condition is satisfied, it will execute it. Now what I do, I making if else inside the if statement. Okay. So what I do, okay, so if I run this program and put the 9, yes, Akla, what it responds.
The number is divisible by 3, sir.
Okay, let's take another opinion. Harshal. If I put the 9, so what response, what output get printed?
So number is divisible by 3. So
okay. Okay, next, Mr. Kante.
Sir, the number is not
Please wait,
divisible by 7.
please wait. I know you know answer, Mr. Kante. Kante is there, Mr. Kante. Kante Mallikarjun. Is Nikhil. Mr. Nikhil, what output I get?
Sir, can I?
No. Train is passed from your platform. Okay. So Artuja,
Number is not divisible by 7.
perfect. Why? Because the first condition is bounds. First condition become false. So the when if it is not entering the first block, so it is directly hit the else condition. This is its else condition, and this is if else condition. So if the number is proceed divide by 7, then it have some issues. Then it have some idea. Just for example, if I put number
21.
21, so no, I want to put 49.
49. 49.
49 is better. Not tell me what answer I get.
Number is not divisible by 3.
Is it she speaking correctly or not? She not speaking correctly. Now, what your opinion?
It's divisible.
It's yeah. Please repeat.
It's divisible by 7, sir.
It's divisible by 7. Where is written over here? Not where is it written? This is not written anywhere.
Written. So the first loop will run. Yeah, it's
Take your time. Take your time.
the second
No,
loop.
the number is divisible by 7 and 3.
Wait, please wait. Let us speak that participant. Please wait. सबको पढ़ना है, सबको सीखना है ना? We are team. हाँ. Yes, please.
The second, it will go. It will run the second loop, I guess. So number is divisible, but
this one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's see. Let's see. Then we have discussion. Number is not divisible by 3 means this line is going to be executed. What happened behind this? You check the number 49. Perfect. It is divide. Now I check the number because this is one block. What is one block? This is one block. To enter in this block, it is a mandatory the number should be divisible from 3. So 49 is divisible from 7, but not from 3. Okay. So it is executed over here. This thing executed over here. So if else is not tough, but tough, how we place the indentation, how we place it's a blocking, how we nesting, how we independent condition. That is important. Okay, so this is one more code. Nothing is given. LF expression. I mean multiple. If you have multiple condition, so first of all you have if expression, then block of a statement, then you have put elif, again elif, else. One thing you mind that else not accept any condition checking. Else is not getting any condition checking. So this is block. In block only one condition is get checked. Got it? So I hope you enjoy the session. Anything, any query based on the current today's session, you can ask me.
Sir, one doubt. This is Akila here. May I?
Yes, please.
So, so Aleph also actually checks the condition, right?
But it is under block. You climb on the stairs. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you cannot jump on the third condition. You have to pass with the first one. So if this capture your truthness, so this will execute. If this capture the truthness, so this will execute. So this is a whole. The stairs is a block. You cannot jump directly to third or fourth or fifth. So you have to pass in a sequence way. But what happened in the independent condition? You can jump. Where is my independent condition? I forgot. Yes.
Yes.
So if else is not typical, but the typical is where I putting the different kind of if, whether in the independent format, whether it is a nesting format, whether it is a block format. You have to understand this thing over here.
Okay, sir. Can you go to the Aleph condition once? Can you pass that code by keeping it as 6? Not 6, 8.
So what happened? Nothing will be printed because for this, see now if you see any customer care the thing, any customer care call to any number, so at last there is a option, you put the invalid option, so that else work for them, print invalid number.
Okay.
This is reserved for that one. You can draw attention to the coder. Okay, now I can put the 8. Got it. Done.
So
So
thank
this is from my side for today. I hope you enjoy the session. Okay,
Yes, sir.
real Python code start from today. That is if else, because here we use the concept of variable, here we use the concept of operator, literals, all these things. Tomorrow we have more interesting session because we have the loop. So using for loop, lonely for loop, then for loop with the if statement, because very good programming execution were there with the help of that one. So I hope you will do this thing, and I try to put some homework over here so that you can do this thing. Yes, someone raised the hand. Yes, Arvinda.
Sir, I have installed the जो Anaconda software,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
but how to install Jupyter Notebook?
Jupyter notebook inside the Anaconda. Open the Anaconda right now if you have.
Yes, sir. But when I launch to the Jupyter Notebook, there is no thing is happening.
No, there is a one kind of black console window at backside. So that backside shows the server of Jupyter, not this kind. And when it run completely, this will give you an URL, Jupyter, HTTP colon 8080 colon 3. You can, if you have you have the Windows system,
Yes, sir.
so go to search bar and check the Jupyter notebook. Search the Jupyter notebook. You can launch it directly.
Yes, sir. It is there.
Okay, launch.
Yes, sir. One blank screen is
Yeah.
happening.
Okay, so
Appearing.
either it will navigate you in the browser. If it is not navigating in your browser, so it will give you one URL. Check on the black screen at bottom.
No, sir. It is only blank.
Only blank. So please wait. It's opening.
Sir. Yes, sir. It is
Opening, and
a
it
browser.
navigating you in the
Browser
browser.
is
Yes.
opening.
It is navigating you
Yes,
Edge
sir.
browser. Edge browser is Edge or Google Chrome. Which one is better?
Yes, sir. Google Chrome.
Because Google Chrome is better, because after some time I will give you the homework, so you can convert this file
So,
to PDF.
so I select the new, then Python 3.
Yes, same thing. I wrote every step. If you see the yesterday class, about
Yes, sir.
no, not this one. Python variables. I put all the step over here.
Yes, sir.
Python variables. Let open. Okay, so I think I not put over here. Okay,
No,
so
sir. So I
go to new, and create a folder first. And rename the folder. You please go to recording. Okay, you find the arrow steps. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, recording is available on the YouTube. Also, if you want to see where is recording, please note down. This one. So go to this channel, IBM Institute of Management. So here we have the yesterday recording. You can open this one. 22 views are there. Please subscribe this channel so that once the video is uploaded, you got this notification. Everything what I taught you on yesterday is over here. I hope.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I somewhere show how to make a folder. Yes. Yes, see this thing. Note down 828. Okay, 828. You got this thing. Automated directory.
Yes, sir. It is on title folder. Then rename the folder. Then
Yes,
open the
follow all
folder.
recording. Follow all recording. You will go down. Any more query from your side so that we can finish the session? And I will give you these 3 PDF today. One is for details. then operators, and then if else statement. Yes, queries
One
invited.
question I have.
Yes, please.
I haven't got the login yet. How do I get all these
Please
PPT ones?
please contact to the counselor. Okay, who did your registration?
I did a few times. It's still I haven't got it.
So wait, I am giving you one number.
Okay, give me.
She Rakhi ma'am, please do WhatsApp first. Okay, please do not direct call. So any issue is not going to resolve. So this person, this lady, very responsible and own the responsibility to. Let me open my S84 00 88 84100 88096. So contact this one. Drop your details first. Prefer the WhatsApp. All right.
Okay, I'll do that.
Thank you so much.
Sir, one query, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, for Jupyter, internet is mandatory.
For Jupyter, it is.
Internet is compulsory or?
Yes. It's a complete online. It's a complete online. So when you do the classes side by side,
What
you
is
can
the
do
difference between Jupyter and Spider?
You are please repeat what is difference between Jupyter and Spider.
And Spider is
First difference, Jupyter is a what we say browser based cell by cell executed software, while a Spider is a normal software which use either the console or the code, and they show the 4 windows: code window, console window, variable window, and output window.
Yes.
Okay, that's a thing difference. Otherwise, no difference is there. Python entire model, entire library will execute the same manner. But for me, it's better to Jupyter because I can easily convert the notes in PDF. There, it's a problem. The Spider save the file in the form of Python, so it is not readable. And once you want to read the file, you need the Spider.
Yes.
Okay. Is any more query? Thank you so much. So otherwise, we finish the session. Yes, Harika.
Sir, yesterday you told that we need an i5 or i7 processor, right? But
yes.
Can it be done on an i3? What will be?
Right now, I am doing i3.
So it will not be any issue on i3, right?
Depend what you doing with the i3. Okay. So when you do it's i3. Okay. So when you do some high computation, you need i7, i5. Okay. But we need Google Colab even if, because we have some projects which need Google Colab. Otherwise, i7 give you the output in 30 minutes.
So speed is the matter here for.
Yes. Okay. And Google Colab works on the TensorFlow TPU, TensorFlow processing units. That's why Google Colab is very. Please repeat. Let's solve one participant query. Okay, first solve the Harika's query. Yes, Harika, please confirm.
So sir, yes. So on i3 processor also it can be done. Can't we use Google Colab on i3?
When we definitely you can use a Google Colab everywhere.
We can use Anaconda or Google Colab, but speed is the only matter that will.
Definitely. Okay.
Okay.
So Google Colab is a web based. You just need the intent connection. Okay, it do the thing.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, next participant. Someone asked speaking in between. So should you stop the session? Finish the session?
So where is the assignment?
Where is the assignment? Still I don't give you assignment, but I will start the assignment from tomorrow onwards. When we do have for loop, then we have good number of program. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir.